Alright, welcome to the preview version for this week for OU women's basketball. This week, my Valentines will have two games. They'll play Kim Mulkey and her attitude and fiery coaching prowess in Waco. And then they'll head home and they'll face TCU for their second meeting this year in the TCU-Oklahoma Big 12 series. Two exciting ball games. Two exciting atmospheres. This is a good team, guys. Only losing one time on a combined court, both men and women. And Sherry's been consistent in her winning ways. So I was kind of shocked when they said on the when I saw that the Baylor women have such a following and have such a season ticket following, and they're always there. And Oklahoma has just as much passion, just as good of a coach, if not better of a coach than Kim Mulkey, and still they're not getting quite the attendance record that Baylor is, or even Iowa State. Iowa State's even up there in the statistical standings as far as attendance. And I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about previous years also. So I'm just saying that. But the previews of the Baylor one. Speaking of Baylor, previews to the Baylor women coming up next. Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name's Harry James. First of all, we'll break down the Baylor Bears. Women Baylor Bear game between Oklahoma and Baylor. This could be for the number one seed in the Big 12 tourney. Everything gets settled in Waco this weekend. But if Oklahoma loses, it could all be over. And we could have just another one of those situations like on the men's side where there's Kansas. But Oklahoma can throw a little wrinkle or wrench into the wrinkle here as they head to Waco. Last year, the aforementioned Sooners were 18-15, 9-9 in league play. They lost to DePaul 100-104 in the first round of the women's NCAA tournament. They're head coached by Sherry Cole at Oklahoma. She's been here since 1999. This is her only job she's ever had. And she's a 1987 grad of Oklahoma Christian University. The leading returning scorers for the Sooners, number 24, Sherraine Campbell-Olds, now that she's married, and number 42, Kaylin Williams. Now, when Sherraine Campbell-Olds was just Sherraine Campbell before she got married last year, she averaged 12.64 points per ball game, while averaging 5.39 rebounds per ball game, and 1.45 assists per ball game last year for Boomer and Sooner. While number 42, Kaylin Williams, KK, she averaged 6.97 points per ball game, averaging 4.42 rebounds per ball game and 0.42 assists per ball game last year for the Sooner Boomers. While on the other side, the Baylor Bears. 32-5 last year, 16-2 in Big 12 play. Lost to Notre Dame 88-69 in the Women's Elite Eight tournament of the NCAA tournament. Head coached by Kim Mulkey. She's been there since 2000. She's a 1984 grad from Louisiana Tech and is coached at Baylor. Her Baylor's returning leading scorers, number 13, Nina Davis, and number 12, Alexis Prince. First of all, Nina Davis. Nina averaged right at 15 points per ball game, 15.00, while averaging 8.87 rebounds per ball game and 4.65 assists per ball game last year for the Sooners. While Alexis Prince averaged 6.25 points per ball game, 2.25 rebounds per ball game, and 0.75 assists per ball game last year for the Baylor Bears. Then the Sooners will be welcomed home to the Lloyd Noble Center, where they will play TCU, who finished 18-15 last year, 8-10 in Big 12 play, lost to Colorado, former Big 12 opponent Colorado, now in the Pac-12, lost to them 44-55 in the first round of the WIT, the WNIT, if you don't know what that is. Speaking of Colorado, they are coached by former Colorado Buffalo, Reagan Pebley. Pebley is who's been there just this year or for the last few years since 2014. 1997 grad of Colorado, as I said, has also coached at Utah State and Fresno State. Her leading returning scorers this year, number 44, Zaina Medley, and number 24, Natalie Ventress. First of all, number 14, Zeta Medley. Medley averaged 17.09 points per ball game last year, while averaging 3.39 rebounds per ball game and 3.73 assists per ball game last year for the Horned Frogs. Natalie Ventress, she averaged 11.65 points per ball game, while averaging 4.45 rebounds per ball game and 0.97 assists per ball game last year for the TCU Horned Frogs. Oklahoma finished with just about the same record in conference and overall. Overall, 18-15, just like TCU. Conference-wise, one game better. TCU finished 8-10. Oklahoma finished 9-9. Since they finished a little better, they got to the big tournament, to the big dance, the WNCAA's, the Women's National NCAA Tournament. First round, they lost, though, to DePaul, 100-104. Head coach is Sherry Cole. She's been here since 1996 and has been her only job, and is a 1987 grad of Oklahoma Christian University. Leading returning scorers for the Sooner Boomers, number 24, Shereen Campbell. Now Shereen Campbell Olds, now that she's married. And number 42, Kaylin Williams. Now, when number 24, Shereen Campbell Olds was just Shereen Campbell, she was averaging 12.64 points per ball game, while averaging 5.39 rebounds per ball game and 1.45 assists per ball game last year for the Sooners. While number 42, Kaylin Williams, she averaged 6.97 points per ball game, 4.42 rebounds per ball game, and 0.42 assists per ball game last year for the Sooners. All right, everybody. As always, my name is Harry James Taylor. You can follow me on Facebook, Harry James Taylor, or tweet me at SoonerFanOK. Two more things, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day. And as always, Boomer Sooner, everybody. Take care.